Well, I hate some cliches like thinking out of the box, but sometimes you have to use it. And we have been in, as I said before, we have been in discussion last night, very vivid discussion with all the team. I had my good luck was sitting between Ambassador Amira and my good friend Dan Khoury, and we kept talking all night on finding ways and means to do it. And that dialogue will not stop here. I think we need to involve our American friends to modify what can go in and what cannot go in the calculations of the quiz. I think we have discussed the idea of promoting investment in some items in Israel. That is not happening right now. The driving force behind this would be our buyers themselves, because they are the buyers who are the ones who are calling the shots. If they want to buy from Egypt, they have to push some suppliers to go to Israel and set up shops in different items. So we have discussed this for 2 or 3 hours over a nice glass of wine, and there is a big delegation led by Dr. Ashraf Rabi'i and Mrs. Bishara going to Israel, hopefully before the end of the month, to see what's there that can be. And Maya and Dan also have. Where is he? I don't. Yeah, he's giving interview. I think we open the topics. We'll continue to discuss. We'll find ways and means to overcome this obstacle. But we have to be creative, and we have to be forget the box that we are in and think out of it. But I think there is ideas. I think that we need worth examining, and we might not find the panacea here. But at least the partial solutions is possible in the near future, because we have to think near future and medium and long term. I am more optimistic about the long term than the short term. But in the short term, we have also to find ways to remedy the difficulties that our exporters are facing. So we have to keep working, and we have to keep thinking of new ideas and consider it.
I'll pick your brain on 2 other things, especially that you are the chairman of the Egyptian Exporters Association. So I can take off the textile hat for a second here. Can you tell us, in your opinion, as the chairman of the Exporters Association of Egypt, what other sectors do you believe should take a look at QIZ outside the textiles and the ready-made garment that can help them take advantage of the vast American market?
Well, I think the advantage of the QIZ is that gives you duty-free access. So any item that has maybe above 10% duties in the United States, perhaps 15, has an advantage. And we have done this exercise over and over again. We looked at what the United States charge as custom duty on everything, and we have identified some items. Some of them was processed food. Funny enough, Jawaffa juice is subject to very high duty rate in the United States. I don't know why, but it's been targeted. Maybe it's produced in Cuba or something, but there is some items that are subject to high duty rate. These items are eligible for being a quiz product. We have done this exercise. This morning, actually, I was talking also with Chris Leslie to look into these items within the GSP. Because GSP is another program that allows for duty-free access. GSP is a generalized system of preferences. It's not subject to importation from Israel, but it's a preferential, non-reciprocal preferential arrangement. For some of the items that we used to export on the processed food under the quiz now have migrated to GSP. So we have, those are maybe twin programs that we need to consider both together. Some items would go under quiz, some items will go under the GSP. But actually I will take our discussion a little further than this and see what can we export from Egypt to Israel. We don't have, it's not one-way trade. I don't want only to import from Israel. But as an exporters association, I would like to talk to our friends in Israel about what they need from Egypt. As a matter of fact, there is a lot of effort now to export things from Egypt to Israel, but it's all bulk things. I'm talking about small businesses, creating a people's movement, not just huge corporations that will make deals for cement or fertilizers or something in hundreds of millions of dollars, but only two people can talk to each other. I want to talk about many items, whether it's agriculture products or industrial products, that Israel is, we need to look at the import of Israel, and perhaps Ambassador Amira we can have this discussion later. What Israel is importing from all over the world? Why can't we substitute some of this from the Egyptian side?